Hello everyone. It's just after 7:30. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened tonight, but I was just getting a black screen and I do not know why. So the camera, which is actually my iPhone, which you can just see the edge of it right here. For whatever reason, it was not giving me a picture. So can everyone hear me okay? And it's working now, I'm assuming. I'm actually using my webcam at the moment. Thanks, Sheila, for your patience. Oh, no voice. Okay. Really? No voice. Interesting. Problems tonight. Hello? Can you hear me? You can hear Leslie. Oh, okay. So, okay, you can hear me. Now, who was that was saying no? Suzanne was saying no voice. Is your sound turned off on your laptop, Suzanne? Maybe that's what it is. I panicked. I thought it must have been me. Given I just had camera problems, I thought, oh no, am I having sound problems as well? So let me see if that works. That should work. But you can hear me? Oh, good. Phew. Oh, Suzanne, what are we going to do? Can you hear me now? Not Suzanne Gout, the other Suzanne Dix was saying there was no sound. So I think everyone else can hear me. So it's got to be at your end, Suzanne. I'm so sorry. Well, she can't hear me, so why am I saying that to her? You've got voice, Rose. Good. Hello, Margaret Janoski. How you doing? I know it's funny that I always say your whole name. And it's not like it's a short name to say, is it? I say Margaret Janoski, and that's because we have more than one Margaret. So we have Margaret Gordon, Margaret Griffith quite often, and Margaret Janoski. The three Margarets. It's like the three wise men, but better. Now, Margaret Gordon, did I see you've had some stitches? That sounds painful. I was very quickly skimming the comments before I came on just to see if there was anything, and I didn't get through all of them. I'm so sorry, because you guys like to chat, which is awesome, but I don't always get through all the comments. You've got it now, Suzanne. Excellent. Great. All right, then we're in business. Good to hear. You went to a card class this morning, Jennifer. Awesome. Excellent. Yes, there's nothing quite like making cards or projects with brand new products, and I thought that's what we should be doing tonight, don't you think? Don't you think we should be doing that? So tonight, let me just quickly, I've got my bag here next to me, and if I can't find things, that will be because I did a class actually in someone's home. Like I went out to do a class today, which means I did get home all that long. I went via a friend's cafe in the Hunter, and so I ended up getting home later, and then I went out to get takeaway. Just like you, Cherie, we had Chinese tonight too. Well, it's not really Chinese. I had laksa, which is what Malaysian / kind of Malaysian food usually I would call that, and I got my daughter some beef and broccoli, which is definitely Chinese. So you will be soon. Okay. All right, so yes, I've had my laksa fix. Laksa is my favorite meal. It's also probably that's enhanced by the fact that I don't have to cook it because I'm getting it at the takeaway. Yes, it is my favorite dinner, Ellen. Hello, Ellen, how are you? Hope you're well. I just said Hope and Ellen together and got Helen. Sorry about that. Did I? No, I didn't take my bow fork. No, I did not. But thank you for asking, Sheila. Yeah, Cherie is having Chinese. That's right. Your favorite too, Anne. Yeah, it's very yummy. Very yummy. And I like it if it's not too crazy hot, but enough to give you a nice zing that from the heat in the soup. So that's how I like it. Hello, Gail. Nice to see you. Hello, Glenda. We have lots and lots of folks, and I'm so sorry I won't be able to say hello to everyone, but I also don't want to bore you by saying every single person's name, but my apology if I haven't said hello to you personally. So let's switch over to the desk, and hopefully the camera is working. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. It's been one of those days. True. You don't have to eat it with a fork. That is true, Nicole. Can you guys hear me okay? I know the sound went off for a second. Yeah. All right. So I can now show this catalog to you. So cool. This catalog, I'm so excited. We've got some beautiful, beautiful things. Has everyone seen it? Has everyone seen the catalog at this stage? If you haven't, and you'd like one and you're in Australia, sing out, send me a message or comment and I will send one to you. Okay. They're free. Don't worry. This is the sort of thing that, sometimes you get catalogs in the mail. It's like, oh no, another catalog. Not this one. This is the catalog that makes our hearts sing because there's so many beautiful ideas. It's basically an inspiration book or an idea book. And once upon a time, that's what Stampin' Up used to call their catalogs, was an idea book and catalog. So the cool thing about these is that on every page just about is ideas of what you can do with whatever products are shown on that page. So it gives you lots and lots of inspiration and lots of ideas. Does it mean I love absolutely everything in here? No, it doesn't, because we're all individual, right? I mean, I think I like all of these. These are beautiful. But there's some pages I think, oh, yeah, you know what? I don't know that that's really me. But that's what this is not meant to. There's something in here for everyone. You are not meant to love every single thing in there, okay? But you are meant to find something in there that you love, and I'm sure you do. So your evil twin hasn't. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I know, right? And she'd use your credit card too, right? Exactly. All right. And Ellen did a wonderful walkthrough. I know, right? Do you know Ellen and Denise and Courtney and myself, because we're all in part of the same team, we sometimes get together and do walkthroughs together for our team, and that's always a lot of fun. This month, last month, we were meant to do one which was a walkthrough of this catalogue, and the girls were all geared up and ready to go live, and then the technology let us down and we couldn't all go live together, which was very, very frustrating. So I had to do it by myself. The girls were great. They stuck around and commented and they posted photos of their samples and stuff like that. But it's not the same as having all of you live together. So yeah. But yes, I'm sure Ellen did an amazing job of her walkthrough because, hey, that's what these girls do. They're awesome at what they do. All right. I love everything on this page too. I think this page 23 with the Season of Elegance samples, that's really, really nice. Ellen, I've noticed you've been doing some beautiful samples with the Christmas tree and either blending brushes or daubers with the 3D embossing folders. So those look fantastic. We've got some gorgeous, gorgeous things. But guess what? Tonight is sketch night. Oh, hey, Denise. I know technology does suck sometimes. Absolutely right. All right, so tonight we have a sketch for you. I'm going to pull out my annual catalogue because page 22 is where all these sketches come from. So on page 22, you can see down the bottom here, we have 2 rows of 11. So it's really easy to remember. There are 22 sketches on page 22, okay? So these here, we've been working our way through them. And this time tonight, we're up to this one. I think this is 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Yep, 18. So we're actually up to the 18th one of these, which means we've been doing this for 18 weeks. Can you believe that? So we are going to be doing this one. And yes, I printed it out so that we could get a better look at it. And in typical style, it's a little bit blurry. It's not your eyes. It's actually my printer. And that's another story. But new printer is on the cards, right? So that's the one I wanted to do tonight. Now, because I've only just got home from a class today, that's about as far as I have got. So we get to choose, and I think it'd be fun to choose some new papers and new ideas to actually work with tonight. So I'm going to pull out a couple of our Christmas papers. I'm just going to grab my Christmas papers, a handful of them, and we're going to pull out some different ones and decide which ones we like the look of. Well, I do like the look of this one. That's really nice. This one is one of the sentimental Christmas ones. So in here, you will notice if you turn to the first couple of pages, let me find it, on page 5, shows the sentimental Christmas paper right here. Oh, hang on. Let's put a light on the subject. Ta-da! That's better, isn't it? All right. So sentimental Christmas, there it is. Okay. You didn't know how dark it was until I turned that light on, did you? Oh, she does, Deborah. Yes, she definitely does. Denise and Ellen both do, and Courtney as well. So they're all 3 in the same team with me, and they all do amazing videos. So there you go. Yep. Ellen, do you want to pop? Can you? Oh, I don't think you can put a link in. I think I'm the only person who can put a link in. I tell you what, girls, how about let me see, because I think I can. I'm going to quickly go to both the girls. I don't know that because Courtney's not watching tonight, but I'll do Denise and Ellen, and I'll put their YouTube channels up for you so you can go check them out. Okay, just a second. I'm going to, first of all, Denise is called Stamping Passion Australia, which is very cool. So I'm going to put her link up first. 1 second. I'm not picking any particular order of anybody, by the way. I'm putting both of them up though. Let me go back. So there's that one. Yeah, it is amazing how you can see more with the light on, Nicole. So this is Denise's. All right, that's Denise's. You can see her name there, Denise at _ Stamp Passion. And then Ellen's, let's find Ellen. So if you want to give them a subscribe, both of them do really terrific YouTube videos. Pardon me. I'll put Ellen up as well. Just a second. Now, why am I? Oh, here she is. Hang on a second. I found her. Because you girls can't. I've got it shut down so that I'm the only one who can attach links to the chat. And that's on purpose. Okay. There you go. Roz is saying if you haven't seen Ellen, she's wonderful. How nice is that? Oh, you've already got the ornament kit. Ellen, that's fantastic. I've got mine sitting on my next order. I forgot to buy the kits on my first order. Silly me. So I know how to do a poll on YouTube, Katrina. I just don't know how to do it on StreamYard, which is what I'm using because I go live to both. StreamYard lets me, but it's a software program that lets me go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So there we go. So Denise comes before Ellen alphabetically. That is true. That is true. Both first names and surnames. So there you go. Courtney Hughes? Who? Courtney Houston. All right. Give me a second. Let me find Courtney. So it's lovely that you guys want to support all my awesome girls because I am so proud of them. They are the best girls to work with. And I just think they do an amazing job. So give me a second. Courtney's the last one that I have got on here. And here she is. But all three of them do fantastic videos. And I'm sorry if I've left anybody out of the equation, but they're the three main ones that have been doing lots of videos for quite a long time. Courtney does a lot of scrapbooking. So if you're interested in scrapbooking, then she's the girl for you, but she does beautiful cards as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Suzanne does. I don't know Suzanne's details, but Suzanne also does videos. So we've got a whole bunch of people that do them. Anyway, this paper, what I'm trying to tell you about here, sorry it's taking so long, $4.25 from the sale of every pack of this paper goes to a charity yet to be told to us what that charity is. So I'm waiting for them to announce which charity they're going for. But that paper there actually is a charity set. So it's always good to know that your purchases aren't just fun and fantastic for you, but they're good for, you know, doing other things. All right, so we've got some reindeer paper here. You can see this one is the reindeer set. So some of these are the reindeer set and some of them are sentimental Christmas. So this one, it's really easy to tell which one is the reindeer because when you turn over to the back, it's got reindeers on it. So reindeers are on one side of all the papers and then there's other reindeer, like this is just little holly and berries. So that's part of the reindeer set. Reindeer stuff. So really, really easy to tell which one is reindeer. And then we've also got winterly trees, which is this one down here, which I really, really like. This is a favorite. But I'm thinking, seeing as I pulled it out first, I'm going to do this one because I like it. And let's just go with it. And let's pull some of the colors out of it. Now, this one has 1, 2, 3 panels and then like an in-between panel. And the colors in this are, let me quickly grab my sentimental Christmas piece. So the colors in this are basic beige, black, cherry cobbler, crushed curry, early espresso, garden green, old olive, pecan pie, poppy puree, pretty peacock, and shaded spruce. So in here, we've got a lot of pretty peacock and shaded spruce and a little bit of old olive. So we could pair any of those colors with this. And I'm wondering, I'm thinking I might just go with kind of a white theme. So let's go with a basic white card base. Here we go. And let's make this up and see where it takes us. I've already got a couple of ideas of what I can do with it. I'm still pulling things out of my bag from today that I haven't emptied my bag yet. So I'm going to use my bone folder there. Now this piece here, I want it to have a reasonable border, sorry, around there. So probably I'm thinking about 9 centimeters across. So let's grab out the trimmer and let's go 9 centimeters. Ooh, good if I put it up the right way. And I'm going to go 9 centimeters across. And that'll give me a bit of a border down the sides because our paper is 10.5 across. So you can see if I put that on there, that's going to give me about that much border, which is about right. That's about what I want. Now I want, how far is this? We want 3 panels. This is nearly 15, it's 14.8, so nearly 15 centimeters. So if I did 3 5-centimeter panels, that would cover the whole thing. But I don't want to cover the whole thing because you can see I've got 3 panels here, but there's also a bit in the middle here that's got a banner. And if I'm following this sketch, then I'm thinking I want to make it a little bit less. So if I went, I wonder if I went with 12, if that's probably still too much. Probably still too much. Okay, I'm going to go, so if I did 3 4s, that would be 12 altogether. So I'm going to go 3.5 and we'll just see how that goes. 3.5, 3.5 and 3.5. Who else has been playing with the sketches? Has anyone else had fun playing with some of the sketches in this catalogue? I'd love to hear how you found that. All right, so I'm going to put this. So if I put them right up next to each other, you want it to make a complete picture. Now, it's not going to matter too much because we're going to be spreading them out. Okay, but you can see that's the full picture. So this one will go down towards the bottom. And then this one has a bit of a gap. This one is going to go right about here. And that's probably about right because we've got room here in the middle for our banner. Okay, now I'm thinking, how will I organize that banner? Guess what we're going to use for the banner, Sheila? I know that Sheila knows the answer because it is fabulous. So let's have a little look. I'm going to pull out a couple of my favorite colored glimmer papers and I'm going to do a glimmer paper banner because glimmer paper banners are good, are cool. And I'm looking for Pretty Peacock actually. Do I have any? Maybe do, maybe don't. Oh, I do. Here we go. So I've got some new, so here's some Pretty Peacock glimmer. Okay, and that would look really good in here because it would pick up the Pretty Peacock in the trees. So that'd be really nice. Stylish shapes, guys. Sheila is correct. Of course we're going to use those banners, right? Thank you, Lorraine, for the thumbs up. That's very cool. Now, I could also use other colours. Like this is Granny Apple Green, but it looks like it's a bit too green for me. Let me see. And this one is a lighter one. Actually, that's better. The lighter one is better because it picks up this light green here. So that could work. So the choices we have, we can do a green. Let me pull out one that's already used. We could do the light green for our banner, or we can go Pretty Peacock for our banner. What do you think? Are we going to go with the Pretty Peacock banner, or are we going to go with... Now, this paper, this glitter paper is new in the catalogue, and I'm actually going to draw your attention to it because it's really easy to miss in here, okay? So if you are looking for it, you would go to the index, and then you would look for specialty paper, and we have the specialty festive glimmer on page 53. So if I turn to 53, and you'll see why it's easy to miss. A lot of people didn't even see this in the catalogue, but it's one of those things that I think is almost necessary if you're going to make sparkly Christmas cards. And that is, we've got Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and Granny Apple Green. Can you see the 3 colours? Whoops, better put it underneath the camera. right there. Okay, so it's sort of hiding on page 53. You'll also spot it if you're looking very closely. You'll spot some little cherry cobbler glitter on this card here. That's from that same pack. Okay, all right, everyone's saying pretty peacock. All right, pretty peacock it is. We're not going with the green. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stylish shapes dies, and I am going to cut a banner with the stylish shapes dies. Now you might notice in our sketch the banner goes from one side to the other. Okay, there isn't one that is, oh, there actually might be one that's really close to that size, but I am thinking that's not what I want to do. So let me quickly grab these stylish shapes. Oh, what have I done with my stylish shapes? I just had them literally in my hand. So, okay, I've lost them already, you guys. Let me find them. Seriously. Oh, I know where they are. They're in with all the pile of glitters. All right, found them. Take a sip. Poor Susan. She's never going to live that down, is she? All right, so we've got our stylish shapes here. And when you open up the stylish shapes, there are 4 different banners. All right, so I've got a long one here. Now, this is almost the right length. Not quite, but nearly. But it's a little bit wider than I would like. So let me just put these in the right place. All right, so can you see it's a little bit wider than that? And really, if I was going to follow, not that you have to follow exactly, but I would want if I was doing it exactly, I want it to be a bit smaller so we've got a gap between the paper and the banner. So let's pull out this one. That's better size in the width way, but it's too short. So I think everyone knows what I'm going to do. I am going to cut that one, and I'm going to cut it and quickly whip it through my cut and emboss machine, and I will get that cut. All right, so quickly cutting that. Yes, faux long banner. That's a good point. That's exactly what we should call it, right? So we've cut this thinner one here. I'm going to pop the banner, and I'm going to have it here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in the middle. So let's first of all glue these down, because these are right in this, they're in the spot where I want them to be. So I'm going to use some Tombow. You can see what's on the back of that paper. It's like a ribbon on the back. Come on, out you come, Tombow. I know you're in there. Come on. So we're starting at the top. I'm going to stand up so I can position it exactly in the right spot. And I want about the same amount on the sides as on the top, roughly. Good thing about Tombow, you can wriggle it into place so that it's where you want it to be. And then we're going to do the bottom one. So it's going to have the same amount sides and bottom as well. Got lots of people we're saying hello to. Monica, is it? Hi, Monica. You say hello to around here, you're going to get lots of people saying hello back, because that's just how it works. Because these girls are awesome. I have the best people watching. Very excited to have you all here. All right, so I'm going to pop this here. Now, I'm going to work out where I want this one to be, given that this is going to be here. So I might move that up a tiny bit, because I want there to be about the same amount of gap, top and bottom of that one. So that one's going to go about there. And then we're going to adjust our banner so it's the right size. All right, let's pop that right there. Who watched the bow tying the other day? Did everyone enjoy that? That was on Tuesday at our Technique Tuesday video. And I really liked how it came together. what you're going to do is you're going to cut your banner in the middle. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly in the middle because it's going to be covered up anyway. And then we're going to have half of it on this side and half of it on this side so that the tails of the banner are basically in the same place on both sides. And you can see on my sketch they go a little bit beyond the line of the DSP. So I'm going to have them going a little bit high, a bit out on each side like that. And then we're going to put a circle in the middle, so it's going to cover up that join. And no one will ever know, well, no one will ever know except us that it's going to be a broken banner. And it's going to be our little secret, guys. Okay. Shh. All right, let's pop that right there. Once again, it's Tombow, so I can kind of shift it around. And then the same thing on this side. Now, of course, you can get creative with this sketch and add all sorts of little things in. So, I mean, I could decide on my circle. I do have a circle already cut, but I don't know. This might be too big. Do you think this circle is too big, or is that just fine? It's bigger than the one by proportion. It's bigger than the one on here, but I could use, I could put a greeting on that, or I could even put a Christmas tree on it, or I could do something else with it because we've got lots and lots of different trees. I tell you what else I could put on it. Ooh, I have an idea. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Is that cool? What gives you migraines? Oh, you're talking, I thought you were talking about the color. I thought you were talking about cardstock, Katrina, but you're talking about wine. Oh, goodness me. You guys are funny. Oh, my goodness. You use the fork to stab yourself. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. Yep, that's probably a good idea, Anne, and maybe do it without a fork in your hand, given that you had that issue. Oh, that's very funny. Oh, good idea, Sheila. Does it have 4 tines? And Leslie learned a new word on Tuesday. She learned the word tines. So there you go. Too big? You think it's too big? All right. I think if we were going to put something on it, for example, just say that I decide I'm going to get myself some soft seafoam cardstock, because, you know, I almost never use that color. I was cleaning up the other day and I thought to myself, there's a color I hardly ever use. Let me find it. I'm going through my scrap bucket, and because I hardly ever use that color, I am actually struggling to find some in my scrap bucket. Oh, I found it. Here we go. All right, so this is kind of going to go with this here, kind of. So what we could do is get our pretty peacock, and this is just an idea. We don't have to do this, but I'm thinking it might look really good. All right, so I'm going to get pretty peacock, and I'm going to get a stamp. You can probably see, who knows where I'm going with this. If I'm going to keep this size circle, if I was going to put words on it, I would go with a smaller circle. But if I'm going to put something else on it, then this circle is probably exactly the right size. So can you see what we're going to do? So I'm going to go in with my pretty peacock, and we're going to put that down towards the bottom. It's got to be down the bottom of the house. It's got to be near the bottom of the paper. And that's so that you can reach in with your punch to punch it out, because it goes from this side. And I need to put the lid back on. Don't tell me. I know I need to put the lid on the ink before I stick my elbow in it. And you know I will if I'm not careful. Hang on. I don't want to end up with anything in the ink. You'd never heard of tines before either, Suzanne. Well, there you go. See, Leslie, you're not the only one. All right, so this is how that would look if we decide to put it on. What do you think? Shall we do the house, or shall we do words? Yeah, little house in the woods. That's right, Cherie. Exactly, not the prairie. Oh, Anne made some really cute knots. Excellent, Anne. That's a win, right? All right, so I'm going to, deciding what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use, because I can't help myself, I'm going to grab myself a blending brush. And I'm going to start really softly with my blending brush and a bit of Pretty Peacock ink, because we're going to be covering up anything that's blobby, and I just want some colour going out towards the outside. So I'm just going to turn it around a couple of times. How was everyone's week this week? I didn't even ask you that at the beginning. See, that looks cute with a little bit of the colour coming out from behind, okay? Although it's supposed to be bows. But hey, if you tied some really cute knots, then that's a good start, right? All right, on the back of this, I'm going to add my dimensionals. And I'm going to pop it right there in that circle. So I'm going to stick with this size circle, and we're going with a different direction. I'm using a house instead of words, and then we'll just put words somewhere else, right? So let's see. Excuse me. All right, just like that. And that's going to go on dimensionals right about there. All right, let's put our house on dimensionals here. 1, 2, and 3. Roll the circle in the PP ink. I won't do that, and this is just a me thing. And you know, everyone should do what they think they should do. Monique, I have, when I have beautiful stitching around the edge, I don't like to roll or sponge around my edges, because I think it takes away from the stitching, and I think the stitching is really nice. So I leave the stitching as it is. If it was a punched circle and it was plain with no stitching, absolutely I would roll it in the Pretty Peacock ink, and that would have been a great suggestion. That's just a me thing. So, you know, I don't always have to do it the way I like it. Sometimes I can just do it the way my audience would like it. I think it needs a peppermint in the middle. Even though I know that's introducing red and white, I still think it needs one, because I don't know. I just think, even though it's a really cute little heart, can you see the heart? Okay, even though it's a really cute little heart, I still like, or we could use a different color or something else other than, let's see, what options do we have? We have, well, this actually would look quite nice. This is like one of the, these have been around for a while. I forget what they're called. Hang on, I'll tell you, because I've got another full packet. Faceted Gems Trio Pack, and they're in the catalogue again this year, in the annual catalogue. But the other ones I really love are these. These are my favourite new ones. And for those of you who had never heard of the word drucy, which I had never heard of the word drucy before these came out, it means covered in crystals, and hopefully you can see why. There's gold and there's silver. Aren't they gorgeous? These are my favourites in this new catalogue. Exactly, Sean. Sean's saying knots are halfway to a bow. And on some cards, such as masculine cards, yeah, they're better than a bow. You don't want bows on everything, right? So, hey, that's good. That means you're on the right track. So I'm just looking through and seeing what else would look really good. These are the ones that I was going to go with, even though I know introducing red and white is a whole other thing. But what do you think? Should we add the peppermints, or should we go with something that's more in keeping with the colours that we've used? What do you guys think? One of those times. I don't have the snowflake, Sean. I'm so sorry. I don't have those yet. I would love to just sit down and order everything in the catalogue. Wouldn't that be nice? But even, you know, even with my telling my husband everything's a tax deduction, even then I can't do it, right? Oh, you think the crystals? You mean these, or do you mean the drucies? The drucy crystals, the drucy ones, because these are really pretty. I could certainly use a silver one of those as well. And there's big and there's small. So we have 3 options there. So what is everyone saying? Not the red, says Leslie. Okay. Not the red. So we're abandoning these. We're going to take those out of contention. And then one of these two. The blue in this actually, I think would look really, really nice on this card. So a red heart. We could do a red heart easily, because one of the things that this punch does, can you see it cuts a little heart? I don't know if you can see it, but there's the heart there. All right. Oh, gosh. I wish I could. There it is. All right. So there's the heart, and there it is up in the corner there. And then it's also got a square to make windows as well. So the Juicy, says Suzanne. Gems, silver, no peppermint. Okay, little gem. I'm looking at everyone's. A red heart would be good. Yes, Jenny, that would work. And I could cut a red heart with my punch from, say, the red glimmer paper. I could do that. But I think either these gems or the Juicy Dots have it. I'm just deciding which one I like the look of best. I'm going to stick with my greeny, bluey, greeny shades tonight. Okay, that's the one we've ended up with. What do we think? Do we like that? It's quite shiny. It's very pretty. All right, so let's do I'm looking at my, I think a white. And in this set, here's a nice thing about this Humble Home set, right? In this set, it is not traditionally a Christmas set, or it doesn't have to be. There is a Merry Christmas. See that? But then you have a thank you for coming, or you could just use thank you by itself. We have a welcome home from our house to yours. Thank you for the sweet gift, to and from. So this is an all year round set. And I love it when they have a set that can be Christmas, but doesn't have to be. And I think that makes it really, really versatile, don't you think? So that, yeah, I think that's really good. Try a green glimmer heart, paper heart. That could work too. Oh, we have another Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Is it Danellen? Is that how I say it? Hi there. Nice to meet you. All right. So I'm thinking I will, because I'm going to make this one a Christmas card. Shall we make it Christmas, or will we make it something else? What do you guys think? Looks like a window in the door. It does a bit, doesn't it? It does look like that, Sheila. You want to see the little wreath stamped out? Well, we could do that. I haven't actually, do you know, I don't think I've actually used the little wreath yet. I've looked at it. No, but I haven't, because this is how I know what I've used and what I haven't. When I've used the stamp, I put it on the backing of my stamp case. Okay, so it actually stays here. If I have never used it, it's still on the sheet. So I've never used that one. So that's how I can tell what I've used and what I haven't, because it's still on the sheet. So let's stamp that one out so you can see what it looks like. I'm just going to go with a little. This is one I think needs colouring, this little stamp. Let's just do it with the Pretty Peacock, because I've got that here. But, you know, you could colour it in with blends or there it is. Can you see it? Kind of cute. So you could, you know, do a red bow, which would look rather nice. A red bow and maybe, oh, I'm deciding which green. Maybe, let me try I'm going to try light shaded spruce and see how that looks. So let's just bring that in. Yeah, I think it's probably dark enough. The nice thing about shaded spruce, and you can see it's done this in the paper, is that shaded spruce and Pretty Peacock go quite nicely together because they are more of a blue green. Does that make sense? It's a green with lots and lots of blue in it. Not yellow. So Old Olive is more of a yellow green, and Mossy Meadow is as well. But even though they do still look okay together, those colours, I think shaded spruce is really nice because it's more of a blue-green. I'm just using the thin end of my marker. And if I wanted to add a bit of shading on that, I could with my darker one. So thin end again, and then just add a little bit of that around here to make it look like there's a shadow around the bow and around the loops. I'll bring it up closer in a second. It's hard to see, I know, when you, is this real red? Yes, this is light real red. I was going to grab Cherry Cobbler, but I grabbed the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. So hopefully you can see how that looks, and I could add some shading to that bow as well if I wanted to, and then I could cut that out if I wanted to. It's kind of cute. So Cherie, does that answer your question? That's what it looks like when it's stamped out and coloured. So there you go. Yep, Cookie's here. He's saying hello. Cookie's coming up to his, oh gosh, hang on. What year would it be? November 98 he was born. So that makes him old, doesn't it? He's old, but you know, not as old as I am. So, hey, that's okay. All right. So I do feel like I need another a banner with a greeting on it. And if I want to have Merry Christmas, I'm going to need, what shape will I need? It's only little, that one. Or did we decide? Did we decide that we wanted it to be 26? Yeah, it'll be 26 in November. There you go. Thank you. Better mathematics than me, guys. I'm shocking with mathematics. So did we? Oh, you said depends. And like if I'm going for more of a vintage Christmas, then I would probably choose cherry cobbler and mix it in with, you know, like more gold and mossy meadow, crumb cake, those kind of colors. If I'm after something a little bit more modern, then real red for that probably. And then if you wanted to go to Poppy Parade, Poppy Parade is an orange red, so there's a lot of orange in that, so it's quite bright, which is why it's in the brights. Moira said Christmas, so I'm looking to see if anyone else had any ideas, but I think Moira was the first to say Christmas, and Anne said Christmas, and Monica said Christmas. Okay, Christmas it is. So we have this Merry Christmas, and I'm going to pop that right here, and then I've got to decide what I'm going to cut it out with. I'm going to stick to, I'm not introducing another color, so I'm going to stick to a pretty peacock. Right. So I'm going to decide what I wanted to have. I don't think this will fit. It's just not quite going to fit. No, it's not. A wider one would fit. This is the one we used before, and that would just fit, but it's a big panel for not a lot of happening here. The other one that I would possibly use would be this one. Or I could cut it with an oval. That would be the other option. So I think I might go with this shape. I think this would be fine. All right, let me just quickly cut that. So give me 1 second while I run that through my cut and emboss machine. It doesn't want to stay where I want it to be over. Sometimes you really almost need to put it down with a Post-it note or something to hold it in place. But I've got it now. Okay, so here we go. And that's going to go right about there. All right, and I will put this on dimensionals as well. 1 and 2. Did I see Jody say she watched the replay tonight? I think she commented on my post earlier that I was going live, and I think she may have said that she was going to have to watch the replay tonight. All right, so there we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. What do we think? Do we like it? Does anyone feel that it looks unfinished or needs something extra? It's a bit of fun. This is a nice stamp set, this Humble Home set, and I think a lot of people are going to really go for this one. It's a cheaper bundle too. It's only $60 here in Australia, $69.25 for the stamps and the punch. Okay, you get both. So I think that's fantastic, and it's a really good bundle if you know you're going to use it all year round. But really great at Christmas time because we can do all those, you know, from our house to yours kind of messages, which is nice. All right. I know, right? What once used to look really old, and now it doesn't, right? Now we look at it and go, oh my goodness, you know, like once upon a time I remember hearing, you know, a 60-year-old woman and something happened to her, and I'm like, oh gosh, you know, sounds like an old person. And then now I think that's not an old person. Oh my goodness, where did the time go? Oh, I'm glad you think so, Cherie. Thank you. All right, so let's put some of these bits and pieces away. I'm just quickly tidying up so that I don't have everything everywhere. Put my Merry Christmas back in the set. My Juicy Dots back in their book. And the punch back in the drawer. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm a bit naughty. When I'm wearing jeans, sometimes, depending, I sometimes clean my stamps like I just did for this one on my jeans. I know that's terrible. I have a perfectly good Stampin' Scrub sitting right here ready to use, but sometimes I just can't be bothered, you know. But I'm not going to do the house because that's a bit big. Yeah, I know, right? Well, here's the news that you guys may rejoice or not rejoice. I have no plans to retire, ever. Some of you may know, my husband and I, we kind of got a bit of a late start, you know, after I had to kind of start over when I was mid-40s. And so, and, you know, our life situation was very different then. So, and then we're only able to buy this house 4 years ago, just literally like 2 months before COVID started. So that means our mortgage won't be paid off until we're in our 80s, which means we just have to keep working. So that's all right, because thankfully for me, I love my job. Absolutely love it. So I have no intention of stopping doing this. I plan to keep going. It's kind of my retirement plan because I have to keep working. And so I'm really, really glad to be able to do something that I love and something that I enjoy, because it means it's feasible for me to do that. So there you go. I know, right? We all used to think that retirement was old, but no, not so much. Exactly, Cherie. That's exactly right. Like all the colors here, I just basically went with the colors that are in the paper. Okay, if you pick a paper, just go with colors that are in the paper, and it's all going to work. All right, so there's card number 1. All right, I'm going to show you guys something, and I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I want to show you the scrapbook page that I make. How many of you are actually interested in scrapbooking? If you are not interested, tell me that too. That's okay. Not everybody is, okay? So I have a pair of jeans like that, Marilyn, that had the rips out at the knees. And the funny thing is when I bought those, actually I bought them in the US a couple of times ago when I was there. And and my mother-in-law kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to fix those. I'm going to patch them for you." I'm like, "No, I want them like this. This is how I wanted them." And when that catalog came out with Sarah with the rips in the jeans, I'm like, "See, honey, see, lots of people have rips in their jeans." All right, so this is the page we made today at my class. Or we did a card and we did a scrapbook page. We did one of each. Okay. So you like it, do you, Monique? And a firm no for Suzanne. Okay, you know what? That's okay. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Okay, so if it is not your thing, then that's okay. I am a big simple scrapbooker. I don't like too much over the top stuff. I want the photos to be the star, and so I keep my pages very, very simple. So this is actually 6 pieces of the Country Woods paper. Country Woods paper is fantastic for scrapbooking and fantastic for masculine cards, fantastic for lots of stuff. If you're looking for a really good all-round easy paper to use, get Country Woods. It's fantastic. Okay, it's in our annual catalogue. But I did 6 with the nested essentials dies. Okay, that's those. And these are all cut from those. I used 2 of the butterflies from our paper butterfly accents, and then these are from the ephemera packs. Okay, so I just got all the girls to go through and pick some flowers from the ephemera packs. Does everyone know what I'm talking about when I say ephemera packs? So this is me and my hubby when we were in Mexico earlier this year on the Stampin' Up trip. So this is actually I'm trying to work it out. I've just earned, the next one is my 17th trip that I've earned. So wasn't able to take them all because of COVID. There was a few that we couldn't take. But so this was my 16th trip, this one, because that's the one we took earlier this year. So I'm really, really lucky to have been able to, well, that's not completely true. I am really lucky, or very grateful, very blessed to have been able to take all these trips, but not just lucky because I've worked really, really hard for them. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. But I used on here something that is new to me, and I want to show you. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you, first of all, here's the Country Woods paper. It's on page 51, and you can see all the different papers front and back of those. You know, they're all these lovely paper and wood textures, like this painted peeling paint, and they're really, really lovely. Very, very textural. Makes you want to touch it, right? But at the front is the ephemera pack. So if you turn back over to page 20, oh, hang on a second, where is it? Page 20, okay, and 21. These are all ephemera packs, and you can see them here on page 19. So there's an ephemera pack that's got words, or like just all random words that you can. They're die cuts. You just push them out and stick them on. Okay, no stamping required. Something for everything, which is like lots and lots of different. It's a little bit like clip art, but in die cut form. You can't really see them very well there. Can you kind of see them? And then there's the fully flowering. Well, that's the one I used today. I got them to go through and pull out some flowers that they wanted to add to their page. So they didn't have to stamp them. They just had to stick them on. And then this one's like banners and sentiment shapes, labels and layers, it's called. So they're $14 each. Really, really handy to have. So if you don't have the right stamp for something, you may well have it in the ephemera pack. They're really, really cool. Okay. So everyone has different things they love to do. So I've added mine on here. I did stamp some butterflies from the sketched butterflies at the top, like top and bottom, the diagonal corners. Okay. And then this is something new for me. This is what they call flip flaps. Who has used flip flaps or doesn't? Who doesn't know what flip flaps are? Yes, exactly, Ronnie. I did earn them. And it's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. So, so good. They're fantastic. All right. So these are flip flaps, and it's a way of adding extra photos to your page without the bulk and without overcrowding your page. Okay. So I've actually got 3 photos on this page. I've got the one photo that I stuck to the base. Okay. And then under here, I've got a photo. This is a 4x4. These come in different sizes, these flip flaps, and it's got like an adhesive. See here? I've got it stuck on. I've got another photo there that's underneath, and a little bit of journaling underneath as well. And this actually goes to the outside. The flip flaps go on the outside of your page protectors. So Stampin' Up is now stocking these. If you have, you used them, Monique. So there you go. I had never used them. So, so it was really, really fun to add those couple of extra photos to the page. I was talking about how we were hanging out at the river and exploring the caves. So that's me in a cave, a little cave, but still it's a cave, right? And then, you know, standing in front of the river. So super, super cool and very, very easy to use. And the girls today really enjoyed them. That was simple, and we didn't take terribly long to do it, but it was a lot of fun. So that's what we did. But the other thing I got to do today was I got to show them the new scrapbooking packs. So this is something, if you've never scrapbooked and you're wondering if you might like it, this could be what you would want to do. This is a pack. It's called Autumn to Remember. We have 4 packs. There are, if you go into the online store, there are 4 different scrapbooking packs. This is the autumn themed one. And it has, in the instruction sheets, it makes 3 double page layouts. So 6 pages basically in the kit. And it's got a cutting guide to show you how to cut up your papers, which papers get cut and where, all your measurements. All right. So cutting guides are great. And then samples of all the pages. Okay, so you can easily, and like how to assemble them. So step by step, what to put where. Super good. They just basically tell you what to do, and at the end you'll have all these 6 gorgeous pages finished. Okay, well there's one double page, 2 double pages, 3rd double page. Okay, so really, really clever the way they've done. It shows you what size photos you'll need and any other materials. And what's in a pack? So there are papers. You can buy the papers not in a pack as well, and you can buy them with sticker sheets. Okay, so these are like all sorts of cute little furry animals. Can be used for card making. You don't have to do it for scrapbooking. All right, so you could use these. I mean, how nice are these? They're really, really lovely. Now you can buy it, like I said, you can buy the paper separate to the pack, so you could just buy it as a paper pack if you wanted to, nothing to do with scrapbooking. But here, all right, this here is some specialty paper that isn't available. It's only available in the pack. So there are a few pages like this kind of cool wood design. Okay, these ones are single-sided and they're only available. That one as well is only available, and that one in the pack. Okay, so then these are sticker sheets that go with these. And you'll have leftovers, okay? You won't use all of these, so there's always heaps left over. So we've got, you know, autumn, in all things give thanks, enjoying the last days of summer, happy days, leaves abound from all around, and so on. So you can add like, and they're stickers, as you can see, all right? So they're cardstock weight stickers, really, really good quality. So you've got lots of different things you can add here to a page. And a couple of borders that go down the full width of your page. Those are nice. And then some sheets. Now these are what they call two-tone cardstock. Two-tone cardstock is the full color, and on the back is half, like it's a watered down version of the same color. So in fact, you'll get on a sheet, you're getting two different colors because they are not dyed all the way through. Okay, so our papers, Stampin' Up papers, are dyed all the way through. Okay, but these are just printed on one side, so the middle is white. So if you rip them, let me just quickly show you. So you're going to have a white cardstock in the middle. Okay, so that gives you some other options as well. Okay, I've now got to use this paper because I can't sell it to somebody else when I've done that, can I? Then we have, you know, like different shades of, it looks like petal pink, doesn't it? But it's not. It's the old close to my heart color, which I'm sorry, I don't know offhand. And then there's yellow that you can see the two shades. That's actually a bit harder to see under the light. There's white willow, what was formerly known for close to my heart people as white daisy. Okay, it's called white willow. And then there's more die cuts and things at the end. Look at these. Aren't they cool? So actually, that's what I actually was drawing. I love the big circle. I thought, oh, I want to use that. That looks fabulous. So there's die cut sheets and stuff like that as well. So there you go. Lots and lots of stuff, fun stuff in there. You can also buy. Oh, look, and there's wooden stickers at the back. Oh no, they're die cuts, not stickers. Aren't they cool? Aren't they nice? Like those. So you can have a lot of fun with that. Now, someone said to me, it's not autumn here. Why would we want to do that when it's not autumn? That's the good thing about scrapbooking. You've got photos from all year round and you can scrapbook at any time. Okay, so there are also, we were talking about the ephemera packs a moment ago. There are also ephemera packs in the new mini catalogue as well, like Christmas themed ones. So so super good stuff coming, guys. And you can do card making with those kits as well. You do not have to do scrapbooking. So they're absolutely gorgeous for anybody. They're just beautiful. All right. Are we talking about World Card Making Day? Is that what you girls are talking about there? Yeah, it is really neat how a flip flap works. Exactly. Deborah, thank you. That's Deborah. I noticed we have a couple of Deborahs here tonight. Deborah, is it Viverka? Thank you I did see your message come through and haven't had time to get back to you about the card that we talked about, or that you talked about. Can you message me, or I will try and find you to message you, and I'm happy to give you my address. Does that sound okay? That would be great. Yeah, flip flaps are flippin' fun, says Cherie. Exactly. That reminds me of Penguins of Madagascar. They talk about, you know, it's flippin' useless because he gets his flippers all messed up. So I'm just looking through. Yeah, very clever. Okay, so you're talking about when you register, they send a confirmation email that outlines what you need. Yes, so you just need to register so you'll know what you need. So World Card Making Day is October 5th, and that's going to be a fantastic opportunity to create, and it's free. We love a free event. Stampin' Up is putting it on. It'll be from, I think it's 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon on World Card Making Day in each market. So so no matter where you live, you can attend during a time to suit, or a time that is in your market. So so that's really cool. All right, I have got, let me just find here. So I did actually buy one of the ephemera packs. Here we go. So this is one of the new ones from the new catalogue. Let's open it and have a quick look. I'm gonna, oh, where did I put my scissors? Oh, there they are. All right, so I find this really annoying. I'm going to take it off because it's driving me crazy. All right, so let's open this up. So all things ephemera packs tonight. Ephemera packs have kind of been brought out because there are people who are unsure about stamping, don't really know if they want to get, you know, go down that rabbit hole. And so the ephemera packs, I think they're kind of, I think they're meant to be the gateway drug for stamping, because once you see all the beautiful things you make, you're going to want more, right? But ephemera packs, that really, really quick and easy way to get started. So you can see they've got different ones. This one says, and there's 2 of each sheet, I think. Celebrate from the North Pole, better together, sending cheer. Aren't they cool? They're really, really nice. And then we've got gold ones that say season's greetings. These would be nice on scrapbook pages too, for those of you. Now, I'm actually going to start doing some scrapbooking videos, but I'm going to keep them separate. I'm not going to take away from what we're already doing. I'm going to do an additional, probably once a month, to show you guys, you know, maybe work our way through one of the kits or something like that. So look out for that for those of you who do have an interest in that. Thinking of you this Christmas. For anyone who's wondering, I was a scrapbooker before I was a card maker. Oh, I like this Noel. I love that Noel. We might have to play with that. That's really nice. So let me grab that out of there. It just, that makes me feel happy, this one. So the thing is, you could just use it as it is, or something else you could do, you could color it, because it's just like it's white on one side. Obviously, you're not going to use the other side because it would be backwards, but, you know, it's white on the back. But this side is like a vanilla, or do you think it's basic beige? Hard to tell. I know, I think it's a vanilla, really. But I could paint the bottom of that if I wanted to. Like I could use my blends, or some, you know, if we wanted to give it a watercolor feel, we could use some watercolor on the back. So I'm thinking, let me see. Let's make a super easy card. Let's do that. And I'm going to use, oh, that's not basic. That's not thick. That's basic white normal. So I'm just going to pull out some basic white thick. I really should be going through my scrap bucket and not pulling out new sheets, because because I've got so much in my scrap bucket. It's not funny. So we're going 14.8 is the halfway mark. So that's a card base. Actually, that's 2 card bases, but we only need 1. And I'm thinking, let's grab our bone folder. Maybe I'll use this and maybe I won't. Oh, I think I'll go landscape because I think it's going to go better on there. All right, so like you could color this in any color, right? Which would be rather nice. But let's grab some beautiful paper. What beautiful paper will we grab? How about this Season of Elegance? What do you guys think about that one? Because that's really beautiful. That might be nice. I don't have all the papers. I have a lot of them, but I don't have the papers. Yeah, right. We have scrappers. That's exactly right. Oh, thank you guys for chatting the right way to each other. I know I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the comments tonight, so yeah. No, I was talking about the World Card Making Day. That's what I was talking about, Sheila. Oh, that's good to know, Denise. I didn't know that. I keep mine in a like one of those stripy tins. That's where I keep mine. But that's good to know that they fit in there. So I'm thinking, do we want to maybe pick one of these? Let me see. I mean, I will need to put something behind it. But, oh, look at the pretty peacock one. Isn't that beautiful? You guys know I love pretty peacock, right? I think everyone's worked that out by now. And then we have some cherry cobbler there. The cherry cobbler is really nice. I've been using, the one I've been using the most, I keep coming back to this. It's so nice. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm leaning towards the cherry cobbler for this one. So let's and I'm deciding what I want to do with that. So I'm thinking I'm going to go 9.5 wide. And I'm actually going to have my color. I could have it in the middle, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste half of it. So I'm going to go 13.8, and we're just going to have some gold on one edge, which will look quite nice. All right, and this is going to go on here, but I'm not going to put it on just like that. I think I need a banner or something behind it. Now, from today, I still have my black cardstock in my bag, so I'm thinking I'm going to have this. It'll look a little more dramatic, I think. So we're going to go 14.3 by 10. And that's going to go on here like so. You won't see much of the black, but it looks really good. Now I feel like this will need to have something behind it. We could do a layer of vellum. We could also do like a banner. I know. We have in our iconic imagery has a really nice big banner. And I'm thinking I might use that. So this is an online exclusive one. And let's see if this will fit. I have a feeling it might. This one. See this shape? So if I was to cut this out, and then that would go on there. Well, it fits almost exactly. Look at that. That's really rather nice, isn't it? Okay. So what color will I do this? That's the question. I could do it in black again, or I could do it in basic beige. I think either of those would look really good, but I'm tempted to actually watercolor the bottom of this to give it a bit more oomph. So, Black, red, and gold, they do look good, don't they? It's very striking, Lorraine. Put that little wreath over the... Oh, I could do that, couldn't I? If I can find it. I don't know. Who knows what I did with it. But you could. There's also these other fun little shapes and things in here, like there's hearts and stars and little Christmas trees and things. Little Christmas tree. So you could use those too. If I can find the wreath, I might use it. But I don't know what I did with it. I wasn't paying a lot of attention, I have to say. Mind you, when I clean up my desk, it will be here. So we could do that. All right. So the question was, we could do vellum. But the only vellum yeah, I mean, I could, there's already gold here. I could either use the gold vellum or the white, but I feel like the white might clash with this a little bit. So maybe, and if we were selling the basic normal, plain vellum, which we no longer do, that might have been okay. But what set is the die from? It's from the iconic imagery dies, which are these ones. And it's because those are online exclusives, so they're not in a catalogue, okay? But it's a really nice banner for this word. So it just occurred to me when I pulled it out that would probably fit. So let's stick this down. And I haven't even decided which side I want the gold to be on yet, but it doesn't matter. We can choose that in a second. All right, so if I was to go with black for this, the other reason I was thinking basic beige is I may make the basic card base basic beige, which would actually probably look quite nice. So let's have a look at that. And it's not Crumb Cake Marilyn. See, that would be the basic card base. And I could do... Then I would need to colour this because it wouldn't stand out enough on there, would it? So if I'm going to not colour it, then I definitely want to do black because black would be... and basic beige is kind of like one step up from very vanilla. So you could also use very vanilla. but I'm kind of liking the extra oomph. It has a little bit more, packs a bit more punch than the vanilla. I know I did a white base, but I'm not wanting white. The white seems too stark, and this will probably go in better with this. And if we decided we wanted to go the other way, that would be the gold on this side. Actually, I like that. We could either have it right in the middle, or I could move it over because we've got this gold on this side. Oh, I kind of like that. I think that works. Let's try this in black. And I'm just going to grab a piece and quickly whip that through. Now, did everyone see that I've chosen decorative trees as my Zoom class this month? If you're interested in doing a Zoom class with me, there are 3 different ways to do it. You can be in the team and come along, and it won't cost you anything. If you purchase the decorative trees bundle from me, it won't cost you anything to do the class. Or if you don't purchase it from me, but you would like to do the class anyway, I'm charging $15 for that. So, right, so this is going to go right about here. And then that would go right about there, I think. Or we could put it right in the middle. So we could either have it on one side like this. Whoops, better put it back where you can see it. Have it on one side, kind of over there, or we can put it right in the middle. But because the gold's on one side here, we kind of get to pick. I still like the idea of colouring these. So let me grab see if I've got any water painters with water in them. Another option too, you can also Wink of Stella and put a bit of colour in that. Did you know you could use your Wink of Stella as a... I'm just seeing if I've got any water in here. No, it doesn't look like I do. Didn't think of this because I didn't know I was going to be doing this before I did this class. I'm looking. That one has some water in it, but that's a wash, so I wouldn't be... Okay, that one might work. Oh, yep, it's got water in it. Let me have a think about what color I'm going to do. I'm thinking maybe let's try a watered down cherry cobbler. And I want to grab my block. Doesn't matter what size block you grab. Okay, and we're going to put the block right into the cherry cobbler ink. So we've actually inked up our block. Don't panic, it doesn't damage the block in any way. We're going to squeeze some water through here, and I'm going to pick this up. A bit more water. I want it to be quite watered down. Let's see how this looks. Just like that. So I'm thinking about doing half of it, not all of it. I got way too much ink on there, but that's okay. I just have to make sure I don't put my fingers in it. And then I'm going to wipe this down. Give me a second. Grab a tissue. And let's put this together. So really I should wait until that's dry, but I can get away with it. All right, so that dries. You can see it's drying a little bit pink because where it's watered down. I'm actually going to go back and do a bit more color just along the bottom. So not watering it down, but right, and it's going to look like stripes. Can you see how it's kind of looking stripy? All right. Now, in the interest of getting my grab my tissue again. In the interest of getting this dry, I'm going to bring my heat tool in. So give me 1 second. Grab that. Quite often I end up doing something totally different, so I'm not really prepared because I don't know I'm going to do it until I do it. So let's see. Let's dry this off a little bit. just on a low heat because it's very thin paper. Actually, I think it can cope. And I'm impatient, so I'm going to turn it up. And that'll do for the purposes of this right now. Let's pop that on there. And you can see on the back it's kind of bled around a bit, but that's okay. It does look like it's bleeding, Cherie. Come on. I know you're in there. There we go. I'm just adding bits of glue in the bits that kind of stick out so that they'll go flat. All right, let's try and get this on. It really goes from one end to the other. If you've got any little bits of glue that stick out, you know, just use a damp cloth or a tissue and get rid of any excess glue. Kind of looks cool though. I kind of like it. Now that is going to end up, let's put this on. And everyone was saying whether they want it in the side or in the middle, and I'm looking back to see what everyone said because I think I missed all those comments. I was too busy concentrating on what I was doing. Left says Leslie. On the side, side. All right, looks like we are doing it on the side. So we're going to have the gold to the left. Is that what you were saying, Leslie? I think it is. And then this is going to go on the side. Have I got this right? We're doing this kind of like so. And I'm going to put that on dimensionals. Here they are. Let's turn that over. I'll do 4, I think. 1, 2. Treat these like corners. I'm a bit over time tonight. I'm sorry, guys. But I do like how this is coming out. I'm going to stand up so I can make sure I get it pretty close to centered, top to bottom. What do we think? Do we like this? Something a little bit different, right? Now, I'm looking at my book. We could throw on some, but these gold Drucy dots are not the right gold to go on here. Luckily, this suite does actually have matching gold dots. So let me quickly find them. Here they are. They're more yellow. The Drucy dots are like more of a vintage look. So these are more yellow. The other option, if you don't like those so much, is we've also got the metallic gems, which are these. And those are also really nice. Okay, they've got gold in those. So there's a few options. But I think I'll go with these because these are part of the same suite. Not as as the paper. Otherwise, I pick bits and pieces from everywhere. So let's have a look here. So if I go 1 gold dot down here, and then we've got medium, large, medium, and small. I've probably said that around the wrong way. It should be small, medium, large, shouldn't it? I don't know why. Why do we say it that way? Isn't that what we say? All right, so I'm going to have one there, and I'm going to do a little guy up here. All right, and if I find the wreath, Cherie, I would consider adding that. Now, there is also, this is left over from my bow tying the other day. I never actually finished this one. Or did I have any that, let me see. Did I have any that were from the fork? Because that one was perfect. But anyway, This one's not perfect because I tied it myself, and that's okay. But we could have that kind of here on one side if we wanted to. Actually, it does look rather nice, doesn't it? Look at that, the cherry cobbler with the gold. That's very, very pretty. I'm going to snip it. And then let's see, do we even need a ribbon? We don't really, but do we want one? That's the question. Do I want a ribbon? I know the paper's gorgeous, Tanya. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, it's nicer in real life, as Cherie said. There we go. So that would go right about there. Let's see if I bring it up, if you can see it. What do you think? Is it too much red? Do you think this is too much? I'm just looking. Oh, we should be right, Sheila. No ribbon, says Katrina. Okay, no, says Leslie. All right, no ribbon. No ribbon, because you guys said no, so I'm not gonna. All right, so we ended up with 2 cards. I used the ephemera pack with the with all the Christmas words to put my Noel on this little, and basically just used a banner behind from the iconic imagery dies, and then that beautiful Season of Elegance paper, which is just to die for. It's so beautiful. So there we go. So there's that one, and where did I put the other card? Oh my goodness, I'm so good at forgetting what I did with the first card. I move on to the second card, and then I can never. Oh, here it is. Found it. Underneath a pile of stuff, but I found it. So there are our 2 cards tonight. There we go. What do you think? Do we have a favorite? Maybe gold ribbon. Yeah, gold ribbon might be good. Everyone's agreeing no ribbon, so I maybe did put it with the wreath. That's a possibility. That's true. But I'm going to find the wreath. I'll find it when I clean up my desk, because that's what happens, right? Second card for you, Cherie. There you go. What does everyone else think? Do you like card number 1 or card number 2? You like both, Lorraine? Thanks, girls. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Glenda. That's very much appreciated. I have had a fantastic day making stuff, both with my customers that I was up in the Hunter Valley with today, and also making cards with you guys tonight. So I've been very lucky, very blessed to be able to make cards all day long and enjoy my day very much. But you know what? I'm tired. So I'm going to go and sit on the lounge with hubby and watch some TV, because that should be fun. And, you know, it'll just be nice to relax a bit. Tomorrow is my day off. So if you message me and I don't reply tomorrow, that would be why. But I get back to it again as the new week begins. So there you go. You're very welcome, guys. If anyone has any questions for me about the Zoom class, by the way, if you're wondering, the Zoom class will be 2 p.m. on the 30th, which is a Monday afternoon, which I don't normally do. But I am going to do it because it's right at the end of the month. And I'd like to probably do the Zoom classes around the end of the month. So if you purchase the Decorative Trees bundle with me anytime with me this month, you'll qualify for that class. So there we go. All right, you guys, I'll just switch back to me very, very quickly. Here I am. There I am. I hope you had fun tonight. I did have fun. I enjoyed the cards. I'm always delighted when they turn out nice, because I never know what they're going to be like until I make them. But they were a lot of fun, and I like getting messy with a bit of aqua painting. So that's always fun for me. Wishing everyone else a happy and safe weekend. Thank you, Ronnie. When can you purchase the class? There is actually on my blog right now. I'll put the banner up on the screen so you can see it. Sheila, to purchase the class is $15, the same as the last one. You go to lhiggins.blogspot.com and you hit the purchase now button. Okay, that is there for the Decorative Trees online class. However, if you have trouble, because a few people lately, especially those overseas, have had trouble with the PayPal button, send me a message and I will invoice you and we'll do it that way. So you don't need to have a PayPal account to pay through PayPal. You can use a credit card with PayPal. So some people sometimes say to me, oh, I can't purchase because I don't have a PayPal account. You don't need one. PayPal is good like that. They'll accept credit cards through their site as well. Okay. So I hope that everyone is well. Have a great weekend, guys. And I'll see you Sunday night back here with some new wonderful things to make and play with. And I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.